Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be swatching and reviewing the Dress Me Up 80s collection from Savannah Lacquer. This is a collection of 6 neons that are packed full of holographic flakies. The first one that you are looking at is so many scrunchies. Scrunchies, that's a C, my bad. All of these are jelly based and absolutely gorgeous. I will make a note that these are neon. They do throw my camera, so I'm going to be telling you exactly what they look like as I'm staring at the bottle. I'm going to speed up the second coat as well. All of these are going to be in 3 coats. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but this orange that you are looking at right now has a good deal of red in it. There is a very strong red undertone to this orange, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's coming off very pumpkin in my swatch, but there is a lot more red, a lot more depth to it. But again, they are neon. I tried my best. I'm so sorry, guys. But I actually really like this one. Next up is leg warmers. In this video of the bottle shot and brush shot, this is coming off much more blue and it's driving me nuts. This is a true purple and it is neon. Again, in the first coat, it is a tiny bit sheer. It is a jelly base. These are not meant to be super opaque, especially for their water marbling capabilities, but it is packed full of those holographic flakes. The second coat here doesn't add too much color, it just adds a good deal of opacity, if that makes sense. It doesn't deepen the color at all. The third coat here brings it to the edge of opacity. This is the most opaque out of the 6, and it is absolutely stunning. Look at all that sparkle. I love these. I am thoroughly impressed. Next up is rubber bracelets. This is a neon yellow with a strong green base. As I'm looking here in the bottle, in certain lighting it's going to go super neon yellow, and other lighting is going to go like a green with a strong yellow undertone, but it is yellow with a strong green undertone. Broken record, first coat is very sheer. Second coat builds up that color just a tiny bit and starts to add to the opacity. The third coat is going to bring it to the edge of opacity. For me, this is the most sheer out of the collection, and the hollow kind of hides in this a little bit for me. It is still there and it is still gorgeous, but it's just not as bam in your face as it is in the other colors. Excuse me, and I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but the formula on these are effortless, especially for jellies. This is hot pink spandex, and this is a bright pink. This is coming off in everything that you're going to be seeing as much more bright than what it really is. Again, it's neon. This is your typical bright pink neon, if that makes sense. What makes it special is the jelly base and those holographic flakes and the fact that it water marbles like a champ, which will be coming up at the end. As with the first 3, the third coat brings it almost to full opacity. Excuse me. It is absolutely stunning, and again, I'm going to touch on this formula. Most jellies for me are very sticky almost. These are not. They apply almost like a cream. They are perfection formula-wise. Moving on to the blue in the collection, this is Jelly Shoes. This is a stunning neon blue packed full of those holographic flakes. Again, jelly base, applies like an absolute dream. The first coat is slightly sheer because, well, it is a jelly. But just look how even it is. It is gorgeous. The formula on these are perfection. The second coat starts to build up that opacity, but it doesn't add too much to the color, just like with the other ones. And the third coat brings it just to the edge of opacity. For me, you can see just a little bit of that nail line. You can throw on a white base with these. Tiffany, Mrs. White, she showed me what they looked like over a white base because I was going to do it. The only one that really pops and is benefited by the white base is the yellow one, the rubber bracelets. Anywho, moving on, sorry. This is Teased Hair Don't Care. This is more of like a neon turquoise. This is the green in the collection, and it is so 80s. Absolutely stunning. Same go around with the other 5. It goes on quite sheer with the first coat. The second coat starts to build up the opacity, doesn't add too much depth to the color, and the third coat brings it right to the edge of opacity for me. I will mention that I'm not doing thin coats. I'm not piling it on my nails. I'm just doing average coats for these. Absolutely stunning. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but this is the first in a series. I believe they are going by decades for Savannah Lacquers, 80s neons. It's just perfection. Moving on to the water marbles, I'm going to show you how they spread in this clip right here, but I have several different marbles to show you. They spread absolutely beautifully, a little bit slower than their pastels did, but still beautiful. For the first marble here, I'm going to be using all 6 polishes, and I will be just dipping my nail in there for a rainbow kind of effect, if you will. I will mention that the hollow flakies in the water do tend to leave a little bit of a residue, so I always drop one drop in there, wait for it to dry, and then clean it up before I go back in to redrop for my next marble, if that makes sense. But it does leave a tiny bit of residue, so keep that in mind. Moving on to the next marble, I did a super tight petal design. I just wanted to see how many petals I could get onto one nail, just to see how much I could manipulate the polish. I think it did a fantastic job. I used the pink, yellow, and purple in this one. Next up, I'm doing a zigzag design, and I'm going to be dipping all 4 in one go here. This is probably my second favorite marble. I absolutely loved how this turned out. I used three. I think I used the orange, purple, and blue, and then dropped the yellow dead in the middle, and then did the zigzag. I really like how it turned out. And last but not least, I took a note from Wendy's notebook, and I did a double swirl pattern. I will go into more detail with that later if you guys would like me to, but it looks a little something like this, and this is my favorite marble out of the bunch. I think it looks so cool, so psychedelic, so 80s. I loved it. With all of that said, these water marble so well. They are so perfect. I love the colors, and you need them. All of the information for release will be down below. They do release on the 2nd of June, so just check the description. Make sure you check your can't talk. Set your calendars, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.